Hello everybody. In this video we will try to understand the placement of Mercury in different houses of a horoscope. So Mercury generally is hardly found alone in any house because Mercury is just next to Sun, very close to Sun and also close to Venus as well. So when Mercury is in the ascendant, it gives good result if it is alone generally. If it is aspected by a benefic planet, good profit from the business is obtained. So this is based on the natural significations of Mercury. Mercury is basically it's the representation of your intelligence, logical thinking. Mercury is academic knowledge, logical thinking, intelligence basically. So when Mercury is alone in a horoscope, then that too in Lagna, right, by natural significations, so you can say Mercury can give some good results. But of course, you need to check if it is functionally benefic or not. So for Libra ascendant, Aquarius ascendant and Aries ascendant, so for these three ascendants, Mercury is a malefic planet, right? So presence of Mercury for these three ascendants is very much important. So Mercury is also, it is a business related planet basically. So whenever you talk about business, you talk about Mercury, right, in your horoscope. So when a native asks an astrologer about his business growth, then astrologer generally observes the dignity of Mercury in his horoscope. Not only the 7th lord, 10th lord and 7th house, 10th house, astrologer also checks if Mercury is having good strength or not. Now Mercury is alone, for suppose in the Lagna, by natural significations, that particular Mercury is good for business. If Mercury is alone in the 7th house, then it gives importance to the person, because Mercury is a neutral planet. Mercury is a neutral planet. So it's not a female planet, it's not a male planet, and Mercury is an young planet. It's a small planet, of course. At the same time, Mercury is related to youngness, the youth. And of course, when Mercury is present in the 7th house, and the 7th lord dignity is very much important here. If the 7th lord dignity is very bad, then you can say the person may get impotence in his lifetime very early. And of course, the marriage can also happen very early. So if Mercury is alone in the 7th house, so if the 7th lord is also having good dignity, the person can marry early. And the 7th lord having bad dignity can also make the person impotent, because Mercury, the energy of Mercury is basically a neutrality. If Mercury is in the 3rd house, that is a good thing for an astrologer. If you want to become an astrologer, Mercury in the 3rd house can make you a very good astrologer, because the 3rd house is related to your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind, your focus, your concentration, your writing ability. So presence of Mercury in the 3rd house can also make you a good writer, as your subconscious mind is very much intelligent, as Mercury is present in the 3rd house, and it can also make you a very good judge, because judging capability is also related to the 3rd house, because 3rd house energy is actually your subconscious mind energy, what you do effortlessly and very naturally. That is your subconscious mind. So presence of Mercury in the third house can make you a very good writer, can make you a very good judge, very good astrologer, as you have a very good subconscious mind energy, and also can make you a very good doctor as well. And let's say Mercury is posited in the second house and Venus is in the third house. Then the person can become a very good astrologer. A Mercury in the second house and Venus in the third house can make the person a very good astrologer. And even more, as Venus is in the third house, the person can be very good in calligraphy as well, because third house is related to writing, right? So as Mercury in the second house, so it can give a very good, it can give good intelligence, and as Venus is in the third house, it can give you a very good writing capabilities. So basically, Mercury in the second house, Venus in the third house can make you a very good astrologer, and also you can be very good at calligraphy if you try or if you put some efforts. And this kind of person having Mercury in the second house and Venus in the third house, he will make progress on 24th, 30th and 36th years of his age. So that is one important thing. And Mercury and Jupiter conjunction can make you study a lot of religious materials, a lot of religious books, right? Mercury and Jupiter conjunction, based on the general significations, you can say Mercury and Jupiter conjunction can make you very good at religious scriptures, reading. So you get a lot of interest in your lifetime to read a lot of spiritual things, or the religious things, or the occult sciences. This kind of zone you would be in. Based on other energies, you can say whether you would read a lot of religious stuff or a lot of spiritual stuff or a lot of occult science stuff. It depends upon other positions, but Mercury Jupiter conjunction can make you good at reading something related to spirituality, religion and occult sciences for sure. And if Mercury is conjoined with Jupiter, Venus and Saturn, means the 4-planet conjunction, and the person will get good business and vehicles. Very good business, because Mercury is with Jupiter, Venus and Saturn. The energy of Jupiter and Mercury combination can make the person very good at business. Even Venus and Saturn energy is also added here, so the person's business can be very good. And vehicles, because Venus can give a lot of vehicles here because of this whole conjunction Jupiter, Venus, Saturn and Mercury. And another important thing is, if this particular Mercury is malefic, that is for Libra ascendant, Aquarius ascendant and Aries ascendant, Mercury is a malefic planet. If this particular Mercury is present in the ascendant, that is, let us say Mercury is in the Libra ascendant, or Mercury is in the Aquarius ascendant, or Mercury is in the Aries ascendant, and also this Mercury is in conjunction with Sun and Moon both, and the person will suffer from skin diseases. Sun Moon conjunction with Mercury, that is malefic Mercury, means this particular thing is very much accurate only for Libra ascendant, Aquarius ascendant and Aries ascendant. And now, if Mercury is malefic, that is Libra ascendant or Aquarius ascendant or Aries ascendant, if Mercury is malefic in the second house, the person will have the tendency to run away from home. you observe the people who run away from homes, they actually have this kind of mercury. Somewhere, some point of time in their life, they will run away from home. Mercury, that is a malefic Mercury in the second house. What is a malefic Mercury? The 6th lord or 8th lord or the 12th lord. That is, for Libra ascendant, Mercury is 12th lord, and for Aquarius ascendant, Mercury is 6th lord, the 8th lord, and for Aries ascendant, the Mercury is 6th lord. So for these three ascendants, Mercury is a malefic planet, and if this kind of malefic Mercury is sitting in the second house, then yes, such a person can run away from home. He has a tendency to run away from home. And another thing is the malefic Mercury's presence in the 8th house. A person may die in an accident at a very early age, provided the 8th lord is also having a very bad dignity. So the dignity of 8th lord also has to be checked here, because a malefic Mercury, that is Libra ascendant or Aquarius ascendant or Aries ascendant, Mercury is malefic. If this kind of Mercury is present in the 8th house, then there is a very high probability that the person may die at an early age in an accident. This is for Libra ascendant, for Aquarius ascendant or Aries ascendant. So for these three ascendants, presence of Mercury is very, very important, right? And if this Mercury is in the 8th house, then there is a very high chance that the person may die at an early age in an accident, provided the 8th lord's dignity is also very bad. And a weak Mercury, if weak Mercury is in the 8th house, what is a weak Mercury? Basically, a debilitated Mercury. It is something like Mercury in Pisces. In the whole Pisces, of course, Mercury is a weak Mercury. Of course, at a particular degree, it is a completely debilitated Mercury, but in the sign of Pisces, Mercury is not at all good, right? Mercury loses its strength in the sign of Pisces. And another weak Mercury is a Mercury at 0 to 5 degrees or at 25 to 30 degrees. This Mercury, a very young Mercury or a very old Mercury, is also treated as a weak Mercury. So a weak Mercury, the presence of a weak Mercury in the 8th house is actually a good thing, because it can earn money for you from speculation, right? Is one thing, but at the same time it's a kind of loss as well. So it's not a completely good Mercury. It's a kind of, if you are in the speculation thing, right, and the gambling or speculation thing, you are in that area, then it may gain you some money, but at some point of time you may lose, but totally the gains would be more only. So to an extent it is good, but it's not completely good. So this is what we can say about the presence of Mercury in different houses, and I will make another video continuing this presence of Mercury in different houses. Thanks for watching this video.